Hi, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. Today's gonna be a super simple meal. We went to the doctor today. I thought it was tomorrow, but it was actually today. Good news. Most likely, sometime soon, they're gonna finish another surgery, and they will hopefully be taking the trach out for good. So pretty soon, you won't see this in my videos. But tonight, we are on day 10 of the 33 days of no buy dinner, and I'm just gonna have a simple thing of SOS with some canned corn, and that's what we're going to call for dinner. So I'll go ahead and bring it down here. I will go ahead and turn on my stove. Now, you guys all know by now, I actually pre-cook my hamburger and freeze it that way. It's just for me, and especially on days like today where things are a little bit more difficult, that's why I even have my headset on so you guys can hopefully even hear me. It just makes things a little bit easier. Now, my mom never made it with onions in it, and I like my onions. You guys know I like my onions, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this up just a little bit more. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention when I froze this and left it in bigger pieces. But I'm going to let that cook a little bit, to brown the onions a little bit. And the rest of this will pull together really super simple. I'm just going to go ahead and use my canned corn. This is just a jelly jar, which is a half a pint of corn. I have found that right now my husband and I don't eat enough to warrant the whole pint, and there's no reason to waste it. So I'll go ahead and put that in this jar here, or in this pan. And what I'll be doing is we'll warm up this hamburger. I'm not going to keep you on during the warming up the whole hamburger, and I'll bring it back. And then I have some instant potatoes over here that I will show you me getting that done also. And we'll get this dinner going so we can hurry up and eat. And it should be pretty soft on my throat, as they did actually take out my trach today and put a new one in, and that always causes a host of issues. I've been coughing all day. It wears me out really bad when I have the bad coughing days. I don't know for sure if that's something that will continue once my trach is out. I'm not for sure, but I came home from the doctor and I took a little nap because I was just so tired from the harder breathing and so on. So as you can tell, the hamburger is starting to brown. So I will come back when the onions are a little bit more cooked, and I will get the potatoes around so you can see how I don't follow the instructions on the potatoes either. Okay, the hamburger is almost done, and I do things a little bit differently than some people do as far as mixing the mix. What this is actually a peppered gravy. I do make it actually homemade too. That's probably about the cup and a quarter there. I do make it homemade, but this doesn't have any grease in it, so it's very hard to do. And like with macaroni and cheese and taco seasoning and the such, I pre-mix it with my water, and then that way there's not all the lumps, and you're trying to get all that lumps and stuff out of your dinner. But that's just a country style peppered gravy. And this thickens up really fast. I probably made too much gravy, but I'd rather make up too much than not enough, and I made a very big mess here in my kitchen. It seems like this almost starts to thicken upon putting it in your pan, honestly. You can turn it. And then we're going to grab a spoon for my corn. But see how that's already almost all the way thick? And I just buy that at Walmart. It's like a bag for about $4. And it fills up almost that whole half-gallon container. However, I am going to add a little bit more water, even though it doesn't call for it, because because we don't like really super thick gravy. And that way it won't be so thick. But like I said, this is a very quick pull together dinner. Something, like I said, I don't feel like sitting here having some big major dinner tonight because I'm just not in the mood. I mean, not only just the trip from, you know, Portland to U of M, and then kind of like the anxiety of the doctor's office and what they would say and so on. So that's kind of, you get that. But the gravy's already ready, so I'll bring you over here to the potatoes and what I do about that. Like you guys know, I'm not one to follow instructions, and this is the boiling hot water from my sink. This is 2 cups. I know I'm not going to use 2 cups. I don't even know how much I even put in here. Part of this is actually a garlic mashed potatoes, and the other is just regular mashed potatoes because there wasn't enough. And what I do is I try to put this all together, and then we'll top it off with some milk. I'm not a super fan of instant potatoes, but like I said, on days like this, days I just don't have the energy to do it. Instant potatoes can be your best friend when you really want it to be. One thing I like about the instant potatoes, I mean, even though it's not that hard to do regular potatoes, is you can choose how thick or thin. That's why I don't go by what it says on the instructions, because they don't know how I like my potatoes. So it's a little bit more. And this dinner again is one that can be easily pulled together in less than 5 minutes. If I didn't want to have added the onions, then I could have this could have been even done a lot sooner. So, but that's like the consistency like we like. So I'll go ahead and get this plated up, and I'll bring you right back. But there's dinner, and like I said, within like 5 minutes, dinner's done. So thank you very much for stopping by, and you have a very wonderful and blessed night.